Once upon a time, nestled on the outskirts of a small, forgotten town, there lay a graveyard. The villagers spoke in hushed tones about its ominous presence, for it was said to be cursed. Shrouded in darkness and overgrown with weeds, this neglected cemetery was known as the Forgotten Graveyard. Legend had it that anyone who dared to step foot inside the cemetery's rusty iron gates would be tormented by vengeful spirits, forever trapped between the world of the living and the dead. Whispers circulated of ghostly figures, their hallowed eyes piercing the souls of those who trespassed upon their sacred burial ground. One moonlit night, as a chilling fog crept across the land, a young and curious man named Edward decided to satisfy his morbid curiosity. Armed with a flickering lantern, trembling with trepidation, he pushed open the creaky gate, unleashing an eerie symphony of rusty hinges. Unaware of the darkness enveloping him, Edward ventured deeper into the graveyard. Shadows danced like demented marionettes, making him question his decision. But his desire to debunk the curse overshadowed his fear, propelling him onward. Amidst the cracked headstones and moss-covered graves, Edward stumbled upon a weathered monument that bore an inscription. The words, faded yet still legible, warned of the curse that had befallen this forsaken land. To those who dare disturb these slumbering souls, it read, beware the wrath you shall incur. Undeterred, Edward dismissed it as mere superstition. How could something so ancient possess real power? Little did he know that his ignorance was about to unleash a series of terrifying events. As midnight approached, a haunting howl echoed through the graveyard. The ground began to shake, disturbing the serene silence that once enveloped the air. The spirits, roused from their eternal rest, emerged from their tombstones, their ethereal forms gliding towards Edward. Each apparition carried the weight of a tragic past, their mournful cries chilling him to the core. Desperate to escape the nightmare he had unwittingly unleashed, Edward turned to flee, only to find the path behind him blocked by spectral hands outstretched in his direction. In desperation, Edward sought refuge behind a crumbling mausoleum, but there was no escape from the clutches of the curse. The spirits encircled him, their glowing eyes narrowing with fury as they closed in. Their touch sent icy shivers through his body, draining his strength and spirit. He could feel their relentless wrath overwhelming him, tearing at his sanity. It was as if the forces of darkness were determined to claim his soul, to make him a permanent resident of the Forgotten Graveyard. Days turned into nights, and Edward became a tormented being, a mere shell of his former self. The villagers, recalling the tales of the cursed graveyard, wept for his plight, but dared not intervene, for this was a curse that consumed all who dared to invoke its wrath. And so, the legend of the Forgotten Graveyard endured, a stark reminder of the eternal consequences that awaited those who dared to disregard its curse. The spirits of the forsaken dead roamed the grounds, ensnaring their victims within the graveyard's sinister grasp, forever condemned to a fate worse than death.